So do you have some items that you need to sell for a different price at a few locations, but don't want the overhead of spinning up a new pricebook zone just for them? So don't try to use discounts for this, as they can get pretty messy pretty quick, because you got real discounts that may come into play. Set up price exceptions instead. Let's check out how. Price exceptions were built for this exact scenario. A small group of items need a different price either temporarily or permanently at some locations. They offer versatility and can even be dynamic and change themselves whenever the core item changes. So for example, you can create an exception that adds or subtracts a dollar amount and then define which items receive the exception. To define the items, you can do it at the item level, the department level, or any of your category trees. You can even have multiple levels in the same exception. When you set a location, you would define which level that location receives. For example, I can create an exception that says all items in my Pepsi category have an exception level 1 that adds 25 cents and an exception level 2 that adds 50 cents. I can then say that locations 1, 2, and 3 are assigned level 1 and locations 4 and 5 are assigned level 2. Using the normal price of Pepsi of, let's say, $1, it will now be $1.25 at locations 1, 2, and 3, and 50 cents at locations 4 and 5, while still remaining $1 everywhere else. Also, instead of dynamic values, you can also define an exception that uses a static value where you just simply override the price with whatever you want to change. To set it up, from Control Center, you're going to navigate to Pricebook, Products. Within Products, you'll see Price Exceptions. From this tab, we'll create a new exception. We'll give it a name. And within it, define how many levels we want. In our case, let's set up 2. Both of them are going to be dynamic in the fact that they're adding a dollar value. Next, we'll choose the items that belong to that exception. So let's use our Pepsi item. Here, we choose Pepsi and then apply. Now we can choose what values each level has. For level 1, we're going to do 50 cents, and then for level 2, 25 cents. Once defined, we can now see the items in the exceptions with each level details. If we're satisfied with that, we can close that window and then finally choose which locations get this exception. After adding our items, we can now set our locations. Locations can be set by either location group or individual location. When you add a location, you're going to choose which level that location belongs to. Our locations 1, 2, and 3 are all going to get level 1. Once applied, the exceptions will automatically trickle down and change whenever the core items change. So that's this Fast Track's fact.